You are looking live at Rock Ice Arena in Dunellen, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets 19U AA girls are getting ready to take on the Tri-City Eagles. Buddy, this is Joe Rizzo. Glad to have you along with us as the second game of the organizational girls doubleheader takes place. The Rockets in their home gray jerseys, black numerals and white trim. Mostly black helmets with a couple of exceptions. And the Eagles wearing their road blues with blue pants, orange numerals, an orange stripe, thick orange stripe across the middle of their jersey, which obscures a little bit some of the orange numbering, and white trim with mostly white helmets. There's one goalie over there. The Rockets at 19, the very rare situation where two goaltenders are dressed, so we'll see how that plays out. And Ariellis Markland will occupy the net to your right, at least for the moment. And Emma Lacey is dressed and on the bench. So we'll see how the Rockets play that. Number 2 in net. Let's see who's out there to start. It is Amanda with Lily on the right, Louisa on the left, Tootie on lefty, Kirsty on righty. Liftoff from the Rock. Amanda will get that loose puck and skate it right in. Trying to split the D. Will find the right wing lane and take it up. Battling still. Tootie tries to step in, and the Eagles will break in 2-on-1. Kirsty's back. She gives the shot. Ariellis with the quick blocker save. And boy, we are underway. A frantic 24 seconds to open the game. Eagles in front try to knock it back in. Tootie knocks that away. Eagles will take it and cycle low. They had their way in the 16U game. Weak side shot, rebound, 2 saves by Ariellis. The second one with the inside of her skate. Eagles buzzing, wrist shot, Tootie knocks it down. Another shot, Tootie knocks it down with the skate. Riz combining with Amanda, neither of them could get it. They knock into one another. Eagles change 2 behind the play, or 3. They don't even have enough out there. And that's Lily trying to battle through power. Amanda to Riz, oh, it just skipped under the stick blade, and the Eagles will send it in. It's going to be icing if it gets over the line, and it does. A hectic 109 to start this game on Halloween. Neither team pretending to be anything but hard-nosed, gritty hockey players. PJ on the face-off, Georgie on the left wing, and Izzy in the slot over there looking for that puck to go through. Larissa and Rachel are back on D. And it's brought in by the Eagles, who go in up the left side. Sent on net, and Ariellis forces that one into the near corner. The Eagles battling for it there. Larissa and Rachel helping out. Larissa now tries to get that one to Izzy. Eagles pick it off, send it at the net just wide. Far side shot to the near side, outside of the circle shot, but it goes wide, and Izzy clears it out. Georgie. A lot of the Rockets from the 16Us and the 19Us wearing the under eye black today, maybe expecting that there was going to be some kind of glare. Sometimes there's a glare with the windows that you see here. It's a beautiful sunny day and a perfect day for trick-or-treating, a perfect day for 19U AA girls hockey. Eagles moving it with alacrity. One-timer from the left hash inside of the slot was knocked away by Ariellis, far corner, and now up the far boards. Trying to push it there is Larissa. She will first make like she's skating behind the net. Lily using the body to shield but can't get it out. Amanda comes in to help out. She's one of the ones with the eye black. Chipped up and out. This is going to be Larissa and Riz. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. Larissa through the middle. Wrist shot. Looked like she got it on the heel of the stick. Turns, sends it toward the front of the net, but it hits the side of the net. And the Eagles will skate it out through center ice, tipped. Amanda was back there playing safety with Tootie. Eagles move it in. Picked off as Amanda steps into the passing lane. In front in terms of position, Tootie's there. Eagles with 3 down low. Turnaround wrist shot. There's a save. Actually might have hit off Tootie. One-timer. Ariellis gets the left arm on it. Above where the blocker is. Not break out. Tootie by inches. Riz picks off a pass momentarily. Eagles get it, send it in as the Rockets change wholesale at their own bench. Tootie will get it. She'll steer it up the boards. 2 Eagles collide. PJ gets it, sends it into the zone off the hard angle bank shot. Izzy down there will battle. She sends it for Georgie. Georgie gets the stick lifted, and the Eagles will break out up the near side boards and through center. They get it through. This is 44. She tries to turn, but PJ saw that one coming. It's passed down low, wrist shot that hit somebody's equipment, maybe a mask. Might have even been Tootie at that point. Comes to the point, and Georgie could not keep it in. Eagles try to keep it in possession, and they do at the left point as Izzy couldn't get it out. PJ there, Georgie whacks it over to Izzy, and they steer it out of the zone. PJ's jumping off for a change, so that means Amanda will come out. Riz jumps out as well. Kirsty on an island back there, but now has a little help. Campy sends it in 44 for the Eagles, and the Rockets will gain it behind their own end and try to move it out. Kirsty will try to force it through a sea of players. Lily gets it through. It's sent back in as Kirsty jumps off on the change. Rachel's got to go all the way back to get it and switch sides. She comes up to Riz on the breakout point, but the pass is just not that crisp for the Rockets. They're in the right place. They have the right ideas. They're just not connecting with them as quickly as the Eagles are. There's Larissa. She's going to go for a trip as the player was trying to negotiate by her. Hit the sort of knee to knee. They're going to call that one pretty much every time. So you don't have to trip somebody in hockey with your stick. You could trip them with a foot. And Rads will jump into the box for a couple of minutes. Scoreless, 11:54 left. First period from Rock Ice. Tri-City's first power play. Wrist shot off the face-off, knocked away. Ariellis might have gotten a piece of it, and Tootie steered to the side. Comes to the near point, sent in and back behind the net. Eagles playing with it. Comes to Georgie. She's up killing with PJ. She'll reverse it behind her own net, look for a little room, sends it up, but right to one of the Eagles, who will move it through the defense pair and to the right point. Cross sides, in, and a shot and a score. Tri-City jumps out to a 1-0 lead. The power play, Larissa was off for a trip, and the Eagles grab a 1-0 lead. This is how it's been between these teams. It's been a couple of games where one was 2-1, another was 4-1, but that was a 2-1 game until the last moments when the Eagles scored and then put one into an empty net. So it's been nip and tuck in 2 meetings between these two, and the Rockets are going to try to play from behind here. Tootie and Kirsty on the back line. PJ in to take the face-off with Georgie on her left and Izzy on the right. It goes over to Izzy. Through traffic! That was Kirsty that sent it in. She tried to get it through traffic, and she did for a moment. But the goalie comes out and closes the 5-hole. It didn't have a lot on it, but it did get there, so there was no rebound. They do it all again. This time, PJ sort of wins the face-off, kept in by Kirsty at the line, towing the line. Looked like she might have gotten the benefit of a little call, or the benefit of the fact that the blue line is crooked at Rock Ice. It's really, so's the red line. Like that to be fixed one day, but that would take a meltdown, and I don't think that's happening for a while, so that's just the way it's going to be. Eagles will skate it out of the zone. Izzy whacks it right back in with the backhand. And the Rockets change. Amanda comes out, Lily on the right, Riz on the left as the Eagles break it through neutral ice. A little too strong. Lily was out there, had her person marked. Rachel will retreat back. Riz, she's going to have a little room, loses it, a little butterfingers, even though Butterfingers are not a hockey term. You kind of get what that means here. When the puck doesn't find your stick cleanly, Eagles will step in, but Lily used the stick to help steer that one out. If it goes in, it's offside. Now they get onside to the Tri-City team in blue. Amanda gets it. She looked down and sent it right to the person on the other team rather than to Riz. So that's why we have to play heads-up hockey. Eagles with a heads-up move, but even they with the heads-up send it all the way down. This will not be an icing. The goalie thinks it is, but it was her own team that sent it down. Now, 2 or 3 of those have gone against the Rockets this year, where a team has sent it all the way down into their own end, and they've called icing on it. Trying to get through the middle. Good job, help defensively by PJ. What are they going to call here? That looked like good defense to me. They're going to call a hook. Not sure about that one at all. Looked like 2 defenders right there. The player's trying to break through the middle, and she's right there with the body, but they call a hook. So the Rockets will go on their second penalty kill. The Eagles scored 30 seconds into a penalty to Larissa, so they were on the wrong side of that call. That's a very, very questionable call. Looked like good D. If the player goes down trying to break through, that's of her own volition. Eagles win the face-off, but Rachel steps in and finds Izzy. Izzy up front with Amanda killing this off. Larissa and Rachel on the back line as the penalty killers. The first 15 seconds of the penalty elapses as Izzy gives chase. Amanda on the near side trying to keep the Eagles from breaking out cleanly. They eventually break out 2-on-2. A third is there, but they're changing behind the play just 30 seconds into the power play. Eagles move it around. Open person in the slot. She just shot it wide. Ariellis had the glove up. They try to send it to the far post. Izzy will steer that one up and out. There's no exception for the icing rule anymore, so that's an icing. There's no situation in which icing is not in effect anymore at this level. So while these players en masse have been used to, for a couple of years, most of them, killing penalties with the benefit of being able to quote-unquote ice the puck, they can't do it anymore, and the Eagles have a power play. Riz picks off the pass that was going D to D. She reverses it around, but it takes a strange bounce, and Kirsty's got to bail her out, and the Rockets are going to not get the possession out despite the initial good play. Georgie tries to steer it up the boards. The point pushes in. It's going to be pushed at the net. Wrist shot goes wide. It might have hit a stick. Riz is going to reverse it again. This time not as sharp of an angle, but still too much juice for it to get to one of her own players on the opposite side. And the Eagles have 30 seconds left in the power play. They're 1-for-1, and they lead 1-0. This one is going to jump over the line as Riz was able to steer it out. With the eye black, one of many Rockets wearing the eye black today for Halloween. Riz trying to push forward with it. Can't maintain possession, but does well to kill off about another 15-second chunk of the penalty. This player will try to move it up. She goes from Riz to Tootie and can only get through one of them. Tootie will bank it up the boards. It gets for the blue team have cleared onside. Tootie's going to carry. Shot on the logo, no rebound. 7:23 left in the first period. 1-0 Tri-City. The Rockets kill off the second Eagles power play, and they get a line change up front. They're the home team, so they have the later change. PJ wins the faceoff. Larissa, pop-up, no infield fly rule called. Braves lead 3-1 in the World Series, looking to put it away tonight at Truist Park in Atlanta against the Astros. Go follow Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life if you want more on baseball and life. Wrist shot in front. Ariellis left pad save once, twice, still loose, and they blow the whistle. Ref lost sight of it. Break for the Rockets. So they're on the wrong end of a penalty call, the right end of one of the penalty calls, and they're at the right end of a blown whistle that the goalie didn't cover. Amanda on the face-off wins it, but one of the Eagles stepped into it, skate through, wrist shot. Ariellis makes the save, doesn't let the rebound fall to the ice. She caught it in the closed pad. 6:46 left. First period from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. We thank you for watching. If you're checking us out from Allendale, Ankara, Aberdeen, Avalon, or Buenos Aires. Eagles moving it through the zone, gets through one, gets through two, wrist shot! She had traffic in front, shot it wide and high. A little tie up after Ariellis covers that. Ariellis is dressed and playing. Emma is on the bench, just to the left of your picture with Coach Walt. So we'll see if they try to go the complete game route or if they split the game. Both goalies have performed very well in their time here, but they haven't been dressed at the same time. Rockets steer this one out. Actually, zone. Riz and Lily, the first players to chase. Lily will up over there, no interference. Kept in at the point momentarily. That is Kirsty. Amanda's over there. She's battling for it along the far boards, looking for a little help. Lily's waiting for that puck to squirt out. Amanda gets it, sends it deep. Not on. Line will change, except for Riz, who's the F1, the first there, but she's going to look to get off as soon as the puck goes to the opposite side. She's got to come back to play safety because, oh, PJ comes there, and they move it up to the Rockets via Izzy Camarada, battling for it along the boards over there, using the body. Now the stick and the mine comes to Kirsty. She tries to send it at the net, but it's picked off by one of the Eagles. Eagles move it behind their own net, comes to the far side, and they will bank it off the boards, move it up. This is going to be a one-on-one break. Tootie is back, but PJ gets there, battling on her knees, sends it to Izzy. Izzy with Georgie, 2-on-2. Georgie down the middle, not cutting to that outside lane because Izzy was forced wide. Georgie's going to try to get it behind the net. Georgie there, 1-on-2. Izzy coming late. They send it through the slot. Amanda was storming down there and almost picked it off. Larissa and Rachel. Larissa's the righty, Rachel's the lefty. 29, Radishevsky brings it up and can't turn the corner. Oh, there was a hack at Larissa's head. A baseball swing to the helmet. Oh, that might be a 2-10 right there. It kicked out of the game. A baseball swing right to the head. Oh boy, we hate to see that. Just call a regular high stick. My goodness, that's danger all the way. A two-handed baseball slash to the head. They're putting 2 minutes up on the board, and the Eagles are fortunate that's not a 2-10. That's just a bad decision by the referee. Rockets now on the power play, send it at the net, but gingerly. Cover up. Trailing 1-0 and with their first power play. Larissa thankfully is all right, shook it off. She took a two-handed slash to the helmet. Rachel goes low for Riz. Riz loses it, has to battle for it. It comes back to Rachel just below the point. High-low for Riz. Amanda peels off toward the slot. Riz to Rachel. Rachel toward the net. Stick this side easily. Amanda in the corner. Sends it back the other side. Nobody there. Stop to play. The net knocked off its mooring, so the face-off will stay in the Rockets' offensive zone. But this time now to the left of the netminder, who has stopped all 4 shots she's seen. And Ariellis Markland on the other end is 9 out of 10. The one coming on a power. Peyton Izzy Rizzo for the power play here, so they mix it up. Loses the face-off, sent up the glass. Rachel can't keep it in. It hopped over her stick, but good move trying to keep it in there, because if she keeps it in, they have possession. And Larissa was back. So Peyton, Izzy, Rizzo get a chance on the power play when this line gets together, which they don't do often. They just seem to make magic in mere seconds. Eagles get it, send it out. Rachel Actually, they should wave off this icing because Rachel looked like she could have played it and she just stopped. So a break there for the Rockets. Unless Rachel just sort of got twisted and turned the wrong way, but possibly a veteran move by the KG Lee to do that. Number 5. Kirsty on the right point, Tootie on the left. Peyton Izzy Rizzo up front. PJ on the face-off can't win it. Eagles have done a very good job early on the face-offs. And they have 50 seconds left to kill on the Rockets power play. Comes out of the zone. Tootie's got to get it. Backhands it to Riz as the Rockets clear the zone. Eagles will send it all the way down for another quick icing. 37 seconds left for the Rockets to operate, and I think they are going to change at least 2 out there. Or all 3, actually, it looks like. So Amanda with Lily in the middle and Georgie coming in late at the left wing. Tootie pinches in from the left point. See if the Rockets can win a faceoff. They can't. Actually, it looked like Amanda was about to win that one, but it hit off the referee's skate and went into a more defensive posture. Nonetheless, the Rockets gain possession. Tootie pinches in. Tootie around the back of the net. Centers. Georgie's there. Doesn't know where it is. Eagles easily clear it down. It's going to be an icing if it crosses the line. And it will be another icing for the Rockets' favor. 2:57 left first period, 1-0 Eagles. 16 seconds left in the power play to number 8 for Tri-City. Amanda on the face-off, Georgie on her left, Lily in the slot. Larissa, who took a baseball slash on the right point, and Tootie on the left. Eagles win the face-off off the scramble, but PJ trying to gain, Amanda trying to gain possession. Kirsty, the safety, 1-on-2 if the Eagles are breaking. Turns, gets it to Tootie. Tootie's going to try to force her way in. She does. Amanda will cover the left point as Tootie pursues. Lily back there to get a stick on it. Kirsty pinches in. Tootie's tripped up. Shot sent at the net, but wide. Tootie gingerly getting back. She's going to skate off. She might have blown a tire there or something, or just fell the wrong way. And with the power play now expired, she jumps off and Rachel jumps on. Eagles moving around the back, full and even strength now for both teams. Rockets still in pursuit. Georgie's going to hustle to the near side. Let's see if she gets there first. Her father is running the scoreboard today, George Tillinghast. What a play by Rachel to pick that one off, but they can't keep it in. Eagles send it down again. Let's see if this is an icing. And it's not. It's going to die. Oh, it is. It made it. Just out of my view, I thought the puck was dying before, but it doesn't. 1:51 left. George Tillinghast on the Kevin Camarada, your score keeper. Thanks to them. Always worth it to be volunteering. Eagles win the face-off and they'll send it down again for a quick icing. So that killed 6 seconds off. And if by the end of the game they maintain a 1-0 lead and the Rockets could have used 6 more seconds, then that's going to be a valuable play. If the Rockets deposit this puck in the back of the net, then it won't be such a good play. Eagles win the face-off. Peyton Izzy Rizzo again. PJ, when I say Peyton, it's PJ, it's Peyton Jacobus. So when she's out with Izzy and Rizzo, that's how it becomes quote unquote a thing. Eagles move it in. Ari Ellis makes the save off the right pad. Pop up will go out of play. It's off of Izzy's stick, so they'll face that one off inside the zone. The Rockets are defending. What a catch by the ref. He had to stop. Coach Rads led the ref a little too much. The ref stopped, jammed on the brakes, reached out in full extension, grabbed the puck with the left hand. PJ on the face-off. She gains possession after a 50-50 battle. Off of her skate. She's looking up to skate it through neutral ice. She gets Izzy. Izzy up the right wing. Izzy gets over the line. Izzy still with it on a 50-50 puck. Eagles back checking well as the puck couldn't get over to Riz. Kirsty will prevent the rush from happening and force the dump on the far side where Tootie gets it. Tootie going up the wing with a little help from Lily. She gets it out. It goes up to Riz. Riz and PJ. 2-on-1. It's Amanda. Riz wrist shot into the breadbasket, steered aside. She had Amanda, but just too late, so she fired off the shot. Riz turns! She scores! Luisa Rizzo puts it into the net with 38.1 seconds. 13 has very often this season had the burden of having to score at request. Her mom requested today that she put one in the net to honor Luisa's late grandfather, Nono Nino. And the guy behind the play-by-play mic couldn't be prouder of 13 and prouder of his family at the moment. Teams play with it up and down. Georgie battling for it as we tick down the last 10 seconds. Eagles try to move it up. They don't have enough time to get it deep, but they have enough time to get it out of the zone, and they do. Time's going to expire right there without another shot. So the Eagles get a power play relatively early in the game as Larissa gets called for a trip. They convert it 30 seconds in. The Rockets, seconds left in the first period, tie it up, and that Peyton Izzy Rizzo line together much this season, except for the occasional line change here and there where one gets stuck out there with the other two, or two get stuck out there with the other one between changes. But it seems like Coach Jeremy's put them together here, at least for the second part of the first period. We'll see if they stay out there as a unit. You see the goal to your right, and that's because somebody with a wired microphone had to reach well behind him to get tea. And a gala Friday night at the old alma mater, Bergen Catholic High School, with some shouting and some old friends, plus a 16U game today, plus a period of hockey now. Well, the formula to keep the voice going is apparently blow pops and tea. So now I'm on the tea part of it. The vociferous Tri-City chant is what you just overheard. And we might hear a 1, 2, 3 Rockets. Here's the 1, 2, 3 Rockets. So for now, at least, Ariella Markland will occupy the net to the left. I didn't get a chance to chat with the coaches before to see what their plan is. Emma is dressed as well. Amanda in the circle, liftoff in the third. So, line that has been together for most of the season. Rose Smith, whose sister was in net for the first game for the 16s. Molly Rose Smith and Lily Rose Smith. Sister act. Different teams, same uniform. Wrist shot. Arielis gloves that one down, and she's just not going to give the rebound or play the puck. So 24 seconds elapsed in the 1-1 game in the second period. Shots on goal in the first period were 11-6 for Tri-City. Amanda on the faceoff. Riz was looking to step into it, but one of the Eagles got a piece. Eagles looking to cycle the puck low. Comes out the back. Riz loose in front. Somebody's pushing somebody. Puck covered, and a whistle blows. And Ari Ellis was pushed back into the net. That's what revealed the puck. It was that puck was covered. That was not one of those that was uncovered and out of sight. Ari Ellis got pushed back on her booty, and that's what uncovered the puck. That was a full second after the whistle, and there was no cheap stuff or foul play going on there. Just good hard hockey. Eagles leave the left wing unflanked. Face-off win right at the net, chipped in front and a goal. That's a set piece by the Eagles right there. They leave the left wing unmarked. The forward who's taking the draw wins it forward, and then two crash the net. She fires it there. The first puck chips off of Ari Ellis' stick, and the second one comes in and pops it over. So the set piece gets Tri-City back the lead, and the Rockets have to climb. Evened it up. Let's see if they could do it again. Izzy on the right wins the face-off over by Georgie. PJ comes in over the left wing, left side circle, looking, curls, tries to send it toward the slot, but Georgie went a little low, kind of going into the same space as Izzy. Eagles break it out. Looks like Smith coming in offside. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 16:03 left, second period. 2-1 Eagles. Their second lead of the game. Tri-City has more players wearing the cloth or disposable face masks under their cages than any team I've seen this season. Rockets send it down. It's going to be an icing. And we'll face it off to Ari Ellis' left with 50:51 left, second period. 2-1 for Tri-City. There's a lot of the players on the Eagles, not only in their 19U here, but also in their 16U, that are clad with those cloth or disposable masks. Wrist shot went toward the net at the left post and goes just wide. They were looking for a redirection at the back door. Someone's at the back door now, standing alone in front. Rachel sees that, marks it. Eagles trying to send their forwards low. Wrist shot goes wide. Tri-City sends it toward the middle of the slot. Wrist shot, that hit the shaft of Ari Ellis' stick. I thought that it hit the crossbar, but there was no ping, so I think it got the shaft of her stick. Georgie trying to skate out to center ice to battle for that puck. It's sent in off the referee. Rachel stopped it. Larissa picked it up. She goes to the near side half boards where the Eagles pick it off, but Izzy will step in. Izzy, Larissa. Izzy's going to skate it out. She's got Georgie with wrist shot, she scores! Camerata snipes the left 90 degrees with a wicked twisted wrister, and the Rockets have tied it up again with 14:58 left in the second period. Izzy Camerata broke out off the pass from Larissa Radishevsky, skated up the right wing 3-on-2 with Larissa joining late. Larissa coming late had a huge effect on that play because it pulled the defender just a tad out of Izzy's way, and she rifled a clinical surgeon for the net. Goalie had good position. Goalie saw it. She just couldn't stop it. Sometimes the shot is just too good. 2-2. Izzy and Rizzo for the Rockets. Not sure who got the assist on Riz's goal. Might have been Izzy, but Larissa definitely with the assist there. Riz now out with Amanda and Lily. That one gets into Ari Ellis' pad. She's not sure where it is. And Kirsty skated to the end line with her stick to make sure Ari Ellis would not drift back into the net and send the puck back into her own net. So as usual, the Rockets and the Eagles are playing this one tight. They've played two nail-biters so far. Both have gone the Eagles' way this season. 2-1 and 4-1. The 4-1 game, they converted late and then hit an empty net. Oh, Lily trying to snipe that one and break in through the D, but this is Tri-City. Centering pass, left pad save, rebound left out, sent at the net. Amanda got a piece before the second shot could find its way there. Rockets try to bring it out, they do. Comes up the near side. Is that going to be icing? It is not. Eagles will move it around the net. PJ picks it off for the moment but can't gain possession. Eagles try to break it up. Flooding back, overskating it. Ellis knocks the puck down and covers it up. Eagles dangerous on the change. If that pass had come in a little cleaner. In all alone, but she had to turn around and get it on the forehand there, and that allowed the Rockets just the time that they needed to get back. Eagles win the faceoff. Wrist shot through traffic. Ariella save, rebound, score. Eagles keep gaining the lead, and the Rockets keep answering, but now it's 3-2 Tri-City. Rebound shot came to the other side, and somebody chipped it in over Ariellis' glove side. We'll face it off again. PJ wins the face-off back to Rachel, up toward Georgie's side. Georgie looks to turn. She gets it into the offensive zone, but it's quickly taken out. Rachel gets it, looks back for Larissa, who's going to look up and try to send it through the logo. Was looking for maybe PJ, maybe Georgie. If you don't get one, you get the other. Got neither. Comes in. It looked like it jumped on the dasher and maybe hit a Rocket glove. So they're going to face it off right in front of the Rockets bench. 12:56 left, second period. 3-2 Tri-City over the New Jersey Rockets. Eagles scored. Rizzo tied it. Eagles scored. Izzy tied it. Eagles scored. Tootie comes in. Tootie toward the net. Tootie wrist shot in the breadbasket. Loose. Oh, they blow the whistle. That puck was loose. I could see it from here, but it wasn't in the view of the official toward the goal line, and he blows the whistle. So if you're counting breaks of that ilk, it's 1-1 because Ariellis was the beneficiary of one of those, so that's been called even. The penalty's relatively even, although the Rockets have had one less power play. There was a penalty on PJ that didn't look like a penalty. Rockets off the face-off. That's Kirsty just getting the backhand on it and preventing a break. Tootie tries to skate it in, gets it into the zone, but finds the body of one of the players. Keeps it in off the skate. Amanda there. Amanda through the circle. Lily tries to get it on the near side. The Eagles move it out, and the Rockets move it in offside a little too quick. Rockets will change all five. PJ on the face-off. Izzy on the right, Georgie on the left. Larissa and Rachel, the D pair. Eagles win the face-off, but into their own zone. Izzy picks it off. Izzy with PJ, and the one Eagle beats the two Rockets. That's not the way you want it in general. That's the way you want it if you're the Rockets, except most of the time you're going to win those. Occasionally you don't, and that's when you're against a high-level opponent. Eagles try to move it in. PJ steps into that one and forces an errant pass that Larissa grabs. Izzy up the right side. Izzy over the line. Izzy looks down. She risks that one, and didn't have as much juice on it as the other one, and this one went to the glove side high. I don't know if it was going in. It was probably going over the net. Netminder decides to grab it, freeze it, and a face-off to her left. 11:46 to go, second period from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. Joe Rizzo here, glad to bring you the call. Rockets 19U AA girls hockey. Tri-City Eagles win the face-off and move it out of their own zone. They send it to neutral ice. Rachel stepped up to pick it off, but just couldn't get it. Wrist shot whistled wide of Ariellis' glove, sent out in front, whiffed on it again. There's pretty good ice, but oh, there's a loose puck. Eagles were looking to deposit it in, and it probably would have been if Larissa didn't get her stick on the defender's stick. Eagles break it in, 2-on-2, giving a little room. It goes off PJ's stick on the blocked shot. So if you have Peyton Jacobus in your fantasy league, she's filling up your stat sheet in the alternate stats. Backhander, loose in front, Rockets clear it out. It's going to be icing if it goes all the way down. I don't know if it's going to get there. The Eagle player just eases up, and I thought the official was maybe going to say, hey, you have a chance to get that. You're not supposed to ease up and be rewarded for easing up. But it's not the NHL, folks. Face off, left circle for the team in blue. They don't mark the wall. They don't mark the wing. Wrist shot goes wide. They're trying the same play a few times. The face-off taker, the center, is trying to win the face-off forward and gain possession. They leave the wing unmarked on the left side. So clearly you need to try to win that face-off toward the boards and hold your ground in the middle, not let the player just walk right to the net. And that's how they scored a previous goal. Wrist shot knocked down by Tootie and covered by Ari Ellis before it could get to the net. So they're trying to win the face-off forward with possession, blitz the net. They scored the third goal like that. The Rockets have answered the first two goals in kind. So it was 1-0 Tri-City, 1-1. 2-1 Tri-City, 2-2. Now 3-2 Tri-City with 10:21 left. Eagles keep it in. That's Jones, sends it down low. Tootie and Kirsty there to get it. Send it up the near side boards, but there's only Eagles there. And they move it to the near side. Amanda takes it and just whacks it right out. It's going to go down for an icing, and it crosses the line for the icing. Amanda had somebody there, but she just turned and just whacked it down, and that could be because the Rockets were at the end of a shift there, and they change all 5. 10 minutes even left in the second period. We thank you for joining us. From Charleston, Karlstadt, Caldwell, Calcutta, if you still call it that, which you don't. This shot goes through traffic and wide. They send it toward the point. Georgie picks it off but can't get it out. Jones end line. They center it. Wrist shot, one-timer. Ari Ellis with the save. Thanks. 2 Eagles fly in, and let's see what's going on at the net there. Ari Ellis is down and asking for attention. And this is going to be Coach Rads coming out to check on his netminder. She's going to skate away here for a moment. And let's see. Emma is dressed as the backup, and she's watching with a concerned eye on the bench. Coach Rads is waved back to the bench now as the Rockets gather around their goalie. Ari Ellis is testing it out. Georgie with the pat on the head. Larissa with the pat as well. Izzy there. Rachel. And applause from those in the know close by. I think the parents to the right of us didn't even realize that there might have been an injury or an injury concern. Eagles win the face-off, and Georgie breaks that up. Wrist shot, redirected just wide. She was alone at the top of the crease. So the Eagles are finding the front door sometimes and the back door occasionally. Rockets are going to have to tighten it up. Larissa behind her own net, tries to reverse it. Eagles knock it away with the skate. Loose puck there for Georgie, who chips it forward sort of to herself. Izzy picks it off. Izzy trying to turn the corner, looking for Georgie. Georgie gets it in. Rockets need to get an offensive possession here. They've had some shots as they send it at the net, but they haven't had a shift where they've gained a lot of offensive possession for a while. PJ picks off that shot, sends it lower for Izzy, but just between the skates can't connect. Near side boards, Eagles will send it through the middle. Rachel steps up to pick that off. Send it forward for Georgie. Onside, Georgie breaks in, trying to keep it but can't. Eagles on the turnover, but then give it right back to Larissa, and Larissa sends it in. We're at the midway point of the game, 8:30 in the second period, 3-2 Eagles over the Rockets. in a tight one. Each goal the Eagles have scored, the Rockets have answered, with the exception of the most recent. Eagles skated in. Backhand at the net. Rebound off the left pad save. Sent behind through the slot. Lilly uses the body and the stick to angle that puck toward the blue line. Riz trying to get it out. Eagles desperately trying to keep it in. They do. Stepped in. Kirsty tries to get it out. Zone for the Eagles. Wrist shot. Ariellis gets the blocker on it. Second shot. Tootie gets the pad on it. Lily's going to skate it out. She's 1-on-2. Gains the line. She's looking to go forward. Tries to drop it for Amanda. Amanda pushes a player down in front of her, and it was a little too high with the stick, so they're going to call the cross check over there. And Amanda Werner is going to go off for 2 with 7:46 left in the second period, and her team trailing 3-2. They might have let Amanda get away with it as the Eagles switch goaltenders now. The Rockets don't do it. So it looks like maybe as long as health is not an issue, that maybe Ariellis is going to go the distance here with the backup dressed, in this case Emma. Power play, Gregory 7 is the one taking the shoveled the puck forward, maintained possession, and watched the two players on your right that are closest to the net crash, getting off a shot and having the rebound come to either side and getting deposited into the net on one cage. There she goes, right at the net, wrist shot, and there's a rebound. Ariellis gets the first and the second. Ariellis has lost her stick. She's trying to grab it, and she finally gets a little help, and the Rockets send it down. There's not going to be icing. Ariellis was blindly swatting for her stick. This is going to go down, and this is going to be an icing, and that's a great way to kill off penalty time for the Rockets. They've killed off the first 23 seconds, and they have 1:37 left, if you don't want to do the math, which I don't blame you, on the penalty kill, and 7:23 left in the game. PJ up front, wins it back, and the Eagles are going to break out 2-on-1. PJ hustling back, the pass comes over, wrist shot goes too high. They had him beat on a 2-on-1. And we're going to give you a little personnel update here in a moment. Back into their own end, making her season debut is May Lang, number 8 for the Rockets. She's out there on D with Rachel. There's May right there, wrist shot goes wide by Gregory. Goes back around, redirected in front. It's loose. Ariellis is going to sprawl out and cover that one. 62 seconds left in the penalty to Amanda. 6:47 left in the second period. 3-2 Eagles in an entertaining, well-played, hard-fought game. Lang and Lee on D. Tillinghast on the draw with Camerata there for pursuit up front. Eagles moving around to the point. Wrist shot goes wide. May is going to move over to try to get that one. She gets the skates on it, moves it up the near side boards. Georgie tried to tip it to get height on it, but can't get it out. Wrist shot through the slot, and they score. Eagles convert on the power play again and push the lead to 4-2. Like 32 found herself alone at the top of the slot with time and space. She was able to rip a wrist shot into the top left corner of the net, precisely the spot that Izzy hit on the opposite end, although from a decidedly different angle. So the power play, the difference so far for Tri-City. They scored twice on it. As we tick under 6:20. Eagles move it up, they get behind the D, and there's one back. It's Kirsty. She stops one, and the second one she can't. And the Eagles have scored quickly, back to back, to make it 5-2. And the Rockets are going to make the goalie switch now as Ariella skates to the bench and Emma comes in to a 3-goal deficit. full and even strength Tri-City has scored, so now it's not just the 2 power play goals, it's this extra goal. The Rockets answered the first 2. They've not been able to answer the next 3. Gregory, each time, 7, has won the face-off forward and maintained possession. That might be an adjustment that the Rockets need to make. The Rockets also need to try to, when they can, get some possession in the offensive zone because the Eagles have had it in their end most of this second period. Wrist shot through traffic. Emma tested right away, makes the first save, the rebound shoveled wide. Behind the net, PJ picks off the centering pass, thank goodness, because somebody was left alone out front. Banked off the boards, they're going to call this icing, but it's never going to get there in time as Izzy pursues. Slapped off the boards and now moved opposite ends to the Eagles. Gregory is going to move it over the left line. Takes a slapper. Emma makes the first save. Was looking possibly for PJ to pick up the loose puck, but when she doesn't do it, she covers it, whistling a stoppage of play. Ari Ellis was in for the first 5. She's back on the bench. There was at one point where she looked like she might have gotten a little shaken up. So we're not sure if the goalie change was because of that or if the 2 were just splitting the game. That one sent up high, almost into the second deck where we are showing you this game from. And it might have hit the fencing that you could see at the bottom left of your screen. It's metal fencing. Amanda on the face-off wins it, and it comes out courtesy of May. Amanda's going to try to skate this down. The Rockets have 3 forwards up there if they could steal this puck. Riz steals it. Riz tries to skate it forward. Maybe she was looking for Lily, but she was just a little back on her heels. And now the Eagles break out 3-on-2. May back with Larissa. May breaks it up. Eagles cycling the puck, sent through traffic, but no, it hits Amanda's skate. May's going to skate this out. She's got the white helmet. She looks for some room. She's going to skate it forward, gets through the Rockets logo, tries to move it to Amanda. She gets it there. Amanda loses it as it hops under her stick. Maybe Lily was in the way. Emma's been tested right off the bat, and she looks sharp. She's in for less than 2 minutes thus far. Amanda's pass just eludes Riz's stick. Riz with one of the goals, Izzy with the other. The Rockets need to mount some kind of offensive comeback here. And the offense has been more evident these last few games for them, but they're going to need to really pick it up here. Lang behind her own net, number 8. She steers it up the near side boards. It goes out through the point. This is not going to be an icing, and the puck is rolling on its end. That's going to give Izzy a chance to catch up to it. Izzy there, battled for it. PJ comes late. Eagles reverse it around the near side and break out. Gregory, she's been a force for the team in blue. She tries to get through one, can't do it. Battled for along the near side boards. It's Izzy and Kirsty. Kirsty sends it down. It's going to go on net, so no icing. Risky play the way the goaltender played it there. If she missed it with the stick, it was going right in. No pad. Intercepted for a moment by Georgie, but can't gain possession, and that's been sort of the story for the Rockets here. That's been kind of the difference. Emma picks up the bouncing puck, gloves it, covers it. Shot number 31 on the board for Tri-City. They've put 5 of them in the back of the net. Rockets have 10. They've put 2 closer than the score and the scoreboard indicated until the Eagles have just taken over possession. Wrist shot goes in front, right at the back door, unmarked. The Eagles put it in, and that's 6. Rockets have just fallen apart here in this stretch in the second, and we haven't seen that from them much, if at all, this season. They're now in possibly their most challenging stretch of play in any period this season. We have not seen them lapse like this. So they'll have to regroup. Not even up to the center line, ready for the face-off. Back a little bit, consoling their goalie. And we'll see if there's anything here in the last 3 minutes they could do to turn around their fortunes. They came out like gangbusters at both of these teams, but the Rockets have been badly outplayed in this second period where the Eagles have put up 5 to the Rockets 1. It was 1-1 after one. Eagles move it through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. That's Gregory. She can't get by Kirsty. But the second player in is battling Kirsty, using the body and the stick to shield. Izzy's going to get that one. She's going to try to get it out. She's with Georgie, but they're in the same lane, and they're kind of just in each other's way, and they can't move it forward. PJ trying to get it. Georgie and Izzy also over there on the boards. Rockets will retreat back to their own end to get it. Oh, they're going to call the icing there. I thought it was official before I turned the camera. And the Rockets will get the offensive zone draw here. Amanda will take it. She's got Lily in the slot, Riz on the left wing, Larissa between the points, and Rachel on the left wing. Amanda wins the face-off, but the Eagle steps past Riz, but Rachel keeps it in for the moment, and the Eagle eventually to knock it out is number 63. Rad's back through at the net. Emma saw it late and got the right pad on it. Rachel gets slew-footed back there. No call. Ref looking right at it. It's the slew foot, a dangerous play. That's when you are behind the player and you use your foot to either kick the skate out from under them. It could be forward or backward. There's 2 ways to do it. That was one where her leg was kicked out from behind her. And it's a very dangerous play. It's not just dangerous for the knee, it's dangerous for the player, because the player, if they fall, tend to fall on their back and they can hit the back of their head on the ice. It's a very unbalancing move. It's a big trick. Rockets move it into the offensive zone. Riz is there. Rachel's going to pinch. Riz, the other, pursuing forward, but on the opposite side as the Rockets change behind the play. Eagles skating it up. Rockets skating a little bit in molasses, not all of them, but some. Wrist shot, didn't get much on it. Amanda picks it off, but fires it right to the point. Eagles keep it in. Amanda there again, centers it into open ice. Izzy's there. Izzy's going to chip it past. Izzy's got one to beat, and she's got one with her. She cannot win the 50-50 battle, and the Eagles take over. Amanda's jumping off. She's got to get off there before the Rockets get a too many penalty. 40 seconds now in the second period. Eagles have seized control of this game. They lead it 6-2. It was 2-2. It was 1-1 after one. Izzy Camarada has one of the goals, comes up the right wing, looks, whistles a wrist shot, goes wide. She scored from a little closer than that before and whistled one wide this time. She's had a couple of chances from there, but has chosen to fire the puck all times. There's nobody breaking in ahead. 10 seconds now. Rockets can blitz here. Instead of retreating, you could stay in, but they send it in offside. 4.6 left. It's difficult in the position that the players, especially the defensemen, are at. If you could see where the scoreboard is, it's above them. So it's very difficult for those players to tell how much time it's being yelled to them. Face off at center zone, Rockets win it. They'll extinguish the rest of the period that way. And we will head into the third with the Eagles holding a 6-2 lead and the Rockets looking to figure out how to solve this deficit after playing so well in a nip and tuck first period. We get ready for the third period from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. Rockets 19U Double A Girls Hockey. It was 1-1 after the first, it's 6-2 after the second, not in the favor of the Rockets. Two goalies dressed for this game. The Eagles have split time right at the midpoint, and with about 6:09 left in the second period, Emma Lacey jumped in for Ariella Markland, Amanda Werner at center ice, Riz on the left wing, Lily on the right. Liftoff in the third as the Rockets look to solve a 4-goal deficit. Eagles will get it. This is Gregory. She's been a force, the driving force for the team in blue today, number 7. She'll center it. It's picked off by Amanda. Amanda's going to try to skate it up the left wing. Gets a lot of company there. Zubak loses her stick and in frustration just throws it forward. Maybe looking for a call. If anything, it might have been on her. She had not lost the stick because she was hooking Amanda as she went through. They play on, and the Eagles move it to the near side boards and in. Larissa picks that one off, and the Rockets have come out a little more sharp here as the Eagles move it in offside. So the first 49 seconds of the third have expired, and this is one of those situations where already we're looking at the clock if we're rooting for the team in gray and black. That deficit is closer to a mountain than it is to a hill. And they have to start cutting into it quickly if they want to be in position to change the outcome of this game from what it would appear to be headed to right now. May Lang with it. She's making her Rocket season debut here, number 8. She's on D with Tootie. Georgie will bring it out, loses possession for a moment. Eagles somehow, well, I thought initially they kept it in because the whistle was a little bit slow, but Eagles offside. Face off just outside the zone, 15:34. Keep a close eye on the time as long as the Rockets wanted the paddle of the stick and covers it to Emma's stick side. We're not sure of the reason for the goalie change. Ariellis looked like she had been shaken up at one point, but not to the point where she left the game initially. And it wasn't so much a curious spot of the game to switch, it was just after the midpoint. So the Rockets win the face-off this time. Gregory was trying to take it at the net, and Jacobus deciphered the plan that's worked wonders for the team in blue and prevented it from happening again. Lang pushes it out up the far side boards, and Izzy pursuing, popped up and goes out of play. So that face-off will go down into the Eagles zone as it went off of a Tri-City stick last. Izzy was trying to move it forward. The Eagles player was trying to move it out of the zone, and it popped over the Eagles bench. So big opportunity for the Rockets if they can cash it in. Amanda wins the face-off. She's going to wrist one toward the net. Goes well wide. Riz there looking for Rachel. They play high-low very often. Riz sees an opening along the line. She'll skate it behind the net. Gets tripped up right there. No call. Even the Eagles player was lifting up her stick to say, hey, I didn't do it. That's usually when you get the penalty, is when you say, hey, I didn't do it. Zubak gains the line, but Rads is there. Bunts it out. Knocked down by Gregory with the hand. That one sent at the net. Rachel tied up the stick of 11 and allowed Emma to glove that. 14-17 left, third period. Rockets being outshot 36-10. If they could figure out a way to pop a couple into the net, they can get themselves back in this game, but they're going to have to do it quick. Another face-off win now. Those were not coming for the Rockets in the second period at all. Campy gets it with the glove, tries to send a shot that goes wide of the net, loose in front, and Emma trying to glove it. It's still down there, and Emma finally... And the glove of Francisco Lindor, maybe we could say, is able to cover it up. 14 minutes even now left in the third. Can the Rockets find a way to get themselves back into this game? Backhander goes wide. Near side, Riz trying to get it up the boards, can't do it. Slapper by Rachel is blocked at the point by Campy, taken in by Smith. She shoots, Emma gets the pad on it. Rachel behind her own net, goes to the near side boards, nobody there. Riz coming late, battling for it 50-50. Eagles send it below the line. Rachel there shielding off. Back up toward Riz's side. Riz trying to use the angle but doesn't have much room, much help, or much position. Smith now behind the line. Sends it toward the net but blocked away by Lee. Far corner. Battled for. Second one into Larissa. They walk out of the corner. Emma gets the shaft of the stick on it. That was ticketed. Eagles holding lots of possession here. Backhander looking for the back door. Larissa was there, forced her player to go low and out of position. Amanda blocks a centering attempt. It goes up to Lily. Lily's got to chip that one out. She uses everything she's got. Sends it for Riz, one-on-one. Nobody else there. Riz looking to just hold on to it long enough to get somebody else with her. Lily comes late. Riz can't hold it long enough. Picked off. Riz gets it in the slot. Late for PJ. PJ has risen. But didn't have enough sauce for Sunday dinner. PJ sent down low for Riz. Riz bats it forward but not at the net. Tootie's got to retreat far enough to get out of the zone. Gains it for Kirsty. Kirsty over the line. Kirsty wide angle. Kirsty's going to take it all the way around the house. Looking for somebody coming late. Backhands low to PJ. And Kirsty steps in again. May's covering 1 point. Tootie at the other. So Kirsty out in an offensive posture at the moment. Sent up and Kirsty gets a piece of it. So Kirsty's playing forward right here. Sent in just a bit offside as Izzy was too deep in the zone. And that play was moving with a lot of speed. So Kirsty fires back to the bench. She was pinching up. There was a defensive change behind her. And now May is going to step up to the left wing with PJ and Izzy. Rachel is back on D with Larissa. Those two exchange. Sent up for Izzy. Rockets trying to move it forward. Lang, she's looking for it. Number 8 sends it in but not deep. Izzy trying to pick off a pass. Rockets have come out here better. There's a hook right there. They're going to call it on May. Rockets will be shorthanded. Not the worst penalty we've seen when you're in the defensive zone and you don't want a player to get a clear shot, which that may well have been. That's a time to take a penalty. You don't want to do it in an offensive zone and kill a scoring chance. So Lang will be in the box for 2. Rizzo and Werner to kill it off up front. Radishevsky and Lee back. Gregory on the face-off for Tri-City. They have 2 minutes on the power play, a 6-2 lead, and 11-12 left in the third period. Eagles will move it, play high-low up the right side. Diamond to Gregory, one-timer, trying to send it across. Emma got a piece of it and disrupted the back door. Larissa's going to skate it out. She's got to go for some offense here at any time the Rockets can. Doesn't matter. 4-goal lead, you got to dent the net. You got to take some chances. Diamond at the right point. Diamond looking. She sends it into the far corner. Zubak looking. She has room and finds Gregory in the slot. Gregory pivots like a 1950s NBA center and turns the ball, puck back there. Back door, Zubac, Emma with the save with the right shoulder. That's a big time save. Diamond between the points, now to the right. One-timer to Gregory. Emma covers it. Didn't get all of it, but they're trying to play off-wing shot for the one-timer, and they're getting set up to do it, are the Eagles. 1:01 left in the Eagles power play. The Rockets trying to kill it off with Izzy up front and Georgie, and Tootie and Kirsty on the back line. Billett, here's Georgie trying to break through the D. Billett knocks it away. Izzy picks up the loose one. Izzy in with Georgie. Izzy in the slot for Georgie. Georgie back to Izzy, just a little too strong. Eagles are going to break out. Smith gets knocked away from her momentum by Kirsty. Smith comes in like a barrel in a freight train, gains the line. Kirsty fighting for possession, can't keep it. Eagles get their possession. 30 seconds on the power play. Down the slot, Smith gets it. Kirsty gets it. She takes a whack. A slash there. We see that. You take a stick blade to your that one with alacrity. Eagles have maintained the last 10 seconds of the power play. Two Eagles run into each other. A third walks into a bar. There's a priest and a rabbi, and okay, that's not going anywhere. That's for Coach Paul when he watches it later. Eagles, as the power play expires, May jumps right into the play. She's got Izzy with her and Georgie. May looking to get that one stolen. She does with a little help from Izzy, but Georgie can't get possession as Campy, 44, pulls it out. Campy, we don't know, but 44 in blue. 39-10 the shots. That would mean the Rockets don't have one yet in the third. And when you're trying to break a 4-goal deficit, it's going to be impossible to do without shots. Amanda on the face-off wins it back to Rachel. Rachel can't get it out as she's pressured by Gregory. It goes behind the end line. Larissa gets it. Far side boards to Lily. Lily 1-on-2. Let's see what she could do. Can't get possession. Jira, I think, might be her name. 11 sends it toward the net and wide. This is Gregory again. She's had a lot of the possession and driving it for the team in blue. Wrist shot, rebound, score. With 8:22 left in the third, the Eagles score their 5th unanswered goal. It was 11 off the shot from 7. 7-2, this one's gotten out of hand now for the Rockets. At 6-2, you could have grabbed that third one and maybe mounted some kind of comeback. 7-2 with 8:20 now left is going to be a little too difficult. They'll keep playing and playing hard as the Eagles send it in offside. They're going to face this one off at center ice. As the referee says, line up, center ice. Amanda on the face-off tries to win it over toward Lily's side, but Zubac steps in. As the Eagles have done with alacrity all game, they've just almost at times allowed the Rockets to win face-offs and just jumped into the spot where the puck is going to be. So that's going to have to be a practice adjustment. Riz can't get the puck out of her own zone. Lily with the swipe, and eventually Kirsty's the one who could shepherd it forward. Rose Smith there in pursuit. Amanda can't pick it off. Kirsty gets a skate on it to prevent the 2-on-1. The Rockets retreat back into their own zone, sent in front of Emma. She's going to glove that one down before it could get through, as we have now 7:36 left for the Rockets to try to turn their fate around. It appears to be a fait accompli in terms of the winner and the loser of the game, with just some more details to be decided. But some valuable lessons here for the Rockets, even in what appears to be headed toward a new teammate. May, who goes to retrieve the puck now, has to learn her new teammates, and they learn her. Eagles move it off and popped out by May and Georgie, and offside. They're going to call this the... It's going to happen, you send it in anyway. So that will be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Rockets. PJ up front with Georgie in the slot on the right wing, May on the left wing. Actually, they're going to switch it up. Georgie's going to take the left, May's going to go in the slot. Rachel on the left point, Larissa there. May gets it in the slot off the face-off win. Her opposing number 8, Zubak, blocked a couple of her shot attempts. The Eagles move it out. Larissa's there. She's got a little room to figure out what she's going to do with it. Banks it off the boards for PJ, who banks it off the boards for Georgie, who's with May. Georgie's got to get that head up because May's up in the middle. She's got PJ as the trailer, but can't find either of them. And the Eagles take over possession and negotiate that puck out of the zone. There's your latest goal scorer, Jerva. Looks like 11. 5 unanswered. This was a 1-1 game after one, a 2-2 game early in the second, and it's been all Eagles since then, although the Rockets have leveled a bit of the possession and the play in the third. They haven't really maintained any offensive possession, and they don't have a shot in the third. The goalies for the Eagles, there's one of them, have split time almost at the dead even mark as Emma makes a right pad save. And the first goalie was tested a lot more than the second, who hasn't really been tested much at all. Riz and Izzy, the goal scorers for the Rockets. There's Riz. She's going to get it and try to chip it up the near side boards. Can't get it out. That's Gregory. She's easily walking away with the first star of this game. Comes to the near side to Riz. She slams on the brakes, looks for somebody, 1-on-3, tries to get it through traffic, can't do it. If she had been able. This comes in offside. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 5:05 left third period, 7-2 Eagles over the Rockets. 43-10 now the shots for Tri-City. Rockets still searching for their first shot of the final period. Amanda and Campy on the face-off. Campy wins it. Eagles negotiate that puck with 1 and 2 passes into the zone. Battled for behind the net. Kirsty rebound off the shot by Campy. Goes to the near side. Smith can't handle it. And Emma covers it up just behind the end line. Back in the olden days, goalies were not allowed to cover that puck behind the end line. They sort of did a move where they would kind of grab it and move it forward over the end line. That changed a while ago. Rockets win the face-off. Izzy over to Riz. Riz trying to get through 2. She gets through 1, hits the brakes, has to dump it deep as Amanda was behind her. Izzy, Riz, Amanda. That one steered just out of the zone. Larissa's going to get that one. She'll exchange with Rachel. Rachel Lee just below you, up toward Riz, a little strong. And Diamond gets it. Izzy tries to pick that pass off in the slot. So there's still a lot. Izzy, Rizzo are out there together. Campy one, but PJ gets that and steers it up the far boards. Eagles waiting for it right there, and eventually it goes to Larissa, banked up the boards, good angling with the butt against the player and not the boards by Izzy. Izzy, and they both got back to the Eagles. Rachel keeps it in deftly at the left point. PJ at the point, through traffic, at the goal, and there's a save. There's the Rockets' first shot of the third period, and that was a quality one. It actually hit off of the skates of one of the Eagles, redirected just a little bit, but the netminder, who has not been tested much playing the second half of the game, is very much up to the task of a redirected puck. PJ tries to send it forward for May. Georgie in there like a bowling ball with PJ, and they steer it into the offensive zone. May with alacrity gets a piece of that one, and I've used that word a lot today, but they're playing hard, are both teams. Georgie at the point, sends it low, was looking for Kirsty there. Tootie and PJ covering the points, and May is too, so the Rockets are going to have all 5 back here on the back check, as yet the Eagles still are able to bring it out into the offensive zone. 2:45 now left. The win-loss portion of this game is decided barring an absolute miracle. Hammer Carr trying to make the start of that miracle happen. Rockets need 5 goals. They have 1 shot in the third. So back to the drawing board after this one, and the schedule is going to pick up. Here's Gregory. Riz trying to get back to nullify her chance and steered wide on the shot. Redirected in front. Emma with a nice save. 2 minutes left in the third period. Lily angling, trying to help the breakout. Eagles keeping it in. Sent backdoor. Jerva, 1-2, push down. Good play by Tootie, clearing the crease with the puck there. Rockets will skate it out. No icing. Oh, yes, there is an icing. It looked like 104 seconds left in the third period. Shot 7-2, the score, both in favor of Tri-City. These teams had played 2 very, very tight games before. This one was tight through 1 and not so much through the second and third periods. In a separate link, you'll see Coach Jeremy Jacobus talk with me about it. Wrist shot and a glove save by Emma. 92 seconds left to tick off here. Should like to keep them off the board the rest of the way. Harry Ellis was in until about the 6:09 mark of the second period. Not sure if she left due to an injury. She left after getting shaken up, but it was not at the point that she had been shaken up. Izzy will come out with May. They have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. It's going to be a 2-on-2 at least. Here's May in the slot. May looking to move it forward. May still with some possession. Sends it toward the backside for Izzy. She's going to have to win a 50-50 battle there. Comes through the middle. May picks it off. 1:05 left. Rockets trying to dent the net here. They're not going to win it, but they're playing till the whistle. PJ, Izzy, and May. May tries to pick that one off. Goes to Rachel. Goes down into the offensive zone. Campy leaves it for Muma. Wrist shot. Emma lets it go wide. 41 seconds now. Rockets still would like to dent that net and keep it clean. This one will go to Rachel. She'll slap it to the point. Jones keeps it in. Jones takes a shot off PJ's blade. 26 seconds now. Larissa's going to try to move it out. Banks it off the boards for herself. Gets through one zone. Gets into the... Shevsky turns the corner. Left dot at the net. Wrist shot. Oh, she just got a piece of it. Larissa was trying to get one in there. Riz from the point. Fluttering puck goes at the net. Is it loose? It's not. Good save there. That was incidental. And there's an immediate apology from the Tri-Cities player, Billett, who hit Izzy after the whistle there. Looked like unintentionally. Lily now trips over the line, and she's going to get fined in the Kangaroo Court. Here's the face-off. Rockets win it. They'll keep it in the zone for the last moment of the period, and that's going to do it. The scoreboard there, not their friends, 7-2 in favor of Tri-City. The shot's 45-12 as the Rockets get just 2 in the third period. It was 1-1 after 1. Riz scored with 38.1 seconds left in the period to tie it up, as you see the teams greet for the handshake at center ice. Early in the second, Tri-City took the lead on a Another, it was not a power play. The first goal was a power play goal. And Izzy tied it up. It was 2-2. And then Tri-City moved it to 3-2 as the Rockets head off the ice. And just built on it from there, never really letting the Rockets back into the game in terms of possession, in terms of shots, in terms of scoring. And therein we have the most lopsided game of the three between these combatants so far this season. We'll head over to the same sporting effort, and the Eagles sweep it from the 16 and 19U levels this second game by the score of 7-2. So that's going to do it from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. We'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, whether you're checking this out as per the Rockets or as per the Eagles. You can find some of the games that these teams have played with one another and check them out in the archive. Hit that subscribe button, hit the alerts button, and you'll know every time the Rockets are either coming on live or having a game pre-recorded being uploaded. That is going to do it from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. Thanks for watching Rockets 19U girls hockey, the final from Dunellen, 7-2 Tri-Cities. This is Joe Rizzo. Happy Halloween.